British Columbia is well known for being a premier hunting destination in North America. This rugged and varied terrain provides a unique and challenging hunting experience, while its abundant wildlife populations ensure that hunters have ample opportunities to pursue the game they want. British Columbia is definitely known for its remote wilderness areas and its commitment to preserving its natural resources, making it an attractive destination for hunters who value unspoiled wilderness areas and sustainable hunting practices. We are back with some of our great friends at Gundahoo River Outfitters. Quentin Thompson and his team have put in the time and effort over the years to make sure their clients are taken care of. That's why we're back again. We have been hunting with Gundahoo River Outfitters several times over the years and have had great success in the past, and we're eager to get back on the mountain and start hunting with them again. This year, I've got tags for both mountain goats and moose. Although the moose season doesn't begin for another couple of days, we just have to find them. We can spend time looking for moose while we're hunting mountain goats. Getting into camp, well, in this country, that's part of the adventure. Well, they're flying hunters out tonight. We just got in camp, and you get windows of nice weather. You put them in the woods as fast as you can. We're actually going to ride our horses out. Quentin's doing that to torture me because he knows how much I like riding horses. And so he is internally dying laughing over there. All right, we're going to sight our guns in and relax this evening. Savage Arms has done a great job with the new Impulse mountain hunter. Everybody knows about the Savage Impulse with the straight pull bolt. The Mountain Hunter really is designed for these higher altitude and mountain hunts, which is super nice. If you've got to climb some steep country, you don't want to carry the extra weight. So, got the Impulse shooting good. Both guns are ready to rock at 100 yards. We're going to go over here and just mess around. And how far are those?
600 and 300.
600 and 300. We'll see if I can hold it together at a little bit of distance maybe. This straight pull action, well, it makes it a lot easier for these follow-up shots so you can stay on the game while you're working the bolt. We've got our Impulse set up with a Bushnell XRS3 scope. We're shooting a 300 Win Mag with Norma ammo, and I'm telling you one thing, this setup will shoot. Anything that walks out in front of us on this hunt, it's in trouble.
You're a pro.
No, I'm not a pro, but I'll be all right.
He just kind of looks like an old pro.
Old, yes. Pro, no. Mountain goats live in the most remote and rugged areas of the mountains, which makes it a super challenge, both mentally and physically. Mountain goats are known for their agility and ability to navigate steep and rocky terrain, making it really difficult to locate them sometimes. This means mountain goat hunting, it takes a certain level of fitness, and you better be mentally determined. You've got to get over that middle hump. A lot of these hunts, anybody can do them. You've just got to be mentally prepared to know it's going to hurt. You got to push through that pain. And anytime you start thinking, well, this is crazy, you just got to keep going. This camp's really high. We're definitely up in some goat country. There could be goats right here even. First spot we stopped the glass, you were saying that goats like this face right here. So we're just going to pick it apart until we find one.
Some of the older billies look a little more kind of that yellowy tone. And if they're living in black shale, they'll be a little dirtier looking, but they're still usually pretty easy to spot.
Got a moose.
Let's see, yeah. There's a few cows hanging out up here when we were riding up in here last time.
She wasn't there a minute ago, so it shows you how they just pop out. Mm-hmm. Another 2 weeks, there'd be a bull there.
Yep. I think we'll jump back on, ride up the valley a little further, kind of get to where we can look into those bulls a little better and see if we can turn them up.
I like the confidence. Our first bull moose spotted of the trip. Pretty cool. Looks like a decent one. Pretty cool. First bull moose. Not a bad one. Definitely legal. Good to know where they're at. We're goat hunting, but we're pre-scouting moose. So, not saying he'll be right here, but he'll probably be in this valley somewhere. When you're mountain goat hunting, anytime you can conserve a little bit of energy, well, that can be vital to the success of your hunt. Right now, the plan is to ride the horses up the valley and stop in strategic locations to glass and see if we can't put our eyes on a mountain goat. If we can find them while we're in the bottom, that sure does cut out a lot of climbing. Our guide Stephanie knows there are a few billies living in this area. We've just got to find them. On the plus side, we're seeing a bunch of moose. When the season comes in 3 days from now, we're going to know exactly what we want to do. We've been able to find some great bulls, Hopefully they'll hang around. This time of year, they're normally not traveling very much because a lot of these bulls haven't even rubbed out yet.
She just spotted a bull. We actually had a small bull over here that we were looking at, and then this bull stood up, and it's the same one from this morning. Still in velvet. They haven't rubbed out yet. They got to rub out any day now. But it would be really cool to kill one in velvet. That is definitely something I have not had the opportunity to do before. And it just makes for a really cool looking moose because you don't see many of those. Well, every moose on this ridge stood up at 5:30. I have to set our alarm clocks a couple days from now.
It's pretty early. That's good though.
There's so much feed down here though.
It's crazy the amount of feed in these valleys.
I bet they don't go far though. There's a cow just stepped out of the timber above these bulls, a few hundred yards. But we saw a cow here this morning. She was above the bulls, wasn't she, where she was?
Yeah.
So they really haven't gone very far. We did see a decent bull up here, so got him located. Maybe he won't go anywhere. We still got a couple days till moose season comes in, but all in all, good day. And tomorrow we'll start over and do it again.
With the horses, you can pack pretty much whatever you want out here. So breakfasts are kind of your bacon sausage, pancakes, eggs, wraps, depends on how creative you want to get. Lunches are our norm, usually a sandwich, granola bar, chocolate bar, some fruit.
We're gonna not ride horses and hike up behind camp and go over the top, give that area a look. We'll see what we can find up there. Hopefully there's some goats tucked in there. We're gonna eat good and then head out. Having reliable, high-quality optics is crucial. That's why I'm carrying the Bushnell Fusion X binoculars. Their compact design makes them easy to carry on these long heights, and it is really nice to have the quick ability to put an accurate shot on an animal because I've got the rangefinder built into these binos. I can get my distance, get on the gun, and make the shot. On a hunt like this, you are constantly looking through your binoculars, and having a great pair of optics can sure take a lot of strain off your eyes and the stress out of the hunt. You gotta be able to see them if you want to kill them.
I got some goats up there now. They just come out feeding.
Where at?
They're up this second ridge line. It kind of tops out and goes into a little bit of a saddle. There's some grass on the left-hand side, and they kind of just come out in between there. You can just see them come out from behind that peak.
Yeah, that's about as bad a spot as you can find one right there. And they're gonna walk out across that rock.
One looks like a nanny. She really kind of wise and has real sharp hooks at the top. And the one above it looks like a yearling, like he's not at this year's, but yeah, probably just a yearling.
A lot of times these big billies, they're going to be in very remote, rugged, hard to get to areas with access to some good vegetation up on the mountain. The male mountain goats are referred to as billies. They will typically have a thicker or more massive horn, a lot of times not as long as some of the old females, but there's no question about it. When you look at a big billy on the mountain, his muscular physique compared to the females, it's easy to tell which ones are the billies. Sometimes you'll see a mountain goat and his hide will have a little bit different color or tint of color, and that's all based on where he's living on the mountain. He's still white, he's just got different types of dirt on him. While in the low country, we spotted several goats up in the cliffs. It's time to head up to the top of the mountain and see if we can get to their elevation and put eyes on and see if these are big billies or not. We've got some weather rolling in, so hopefully we can find some goats down in these bowls so we don't have to make another hard climb to the top. This climb has about killed all of us.
I don't know if you can tell how steep that is. You can see Brian behind me. I'm almost scared to hold it up like that. But this is vertical. I'm literally on all fours climbing this. Man, it's crazy how steep it is. All right, I'm getting to the top. I'm gonna turn camera off until we find something. There's four billies down here. We got here just right as they were leaving. They were in range and they just walked away really quick. They're out there about 900 yards now, but 2 young ones and then 2 that are probably shooters. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Yeah. The boss says we can shoot 2 of them. So we're just watching them to see what they're going to do. I mean, hopefully they'll feed back up in here a little bit, and then we're kind of in the zone to try to go after them. But we just got to be patient and sit here and wait. We have spotted 4 billies. We're going to try to get in position. So it's going to take us a little bit to get there. We're just gonna make a move now. We're getting closer, but we ain't there yet. This fog keeps blowing in and out. We can't really see. Do you see them?
Yeah.
You want me to come there? All right. All right, I can see them. I just got to get all this situated where I can get preferably get my arm on this. I'm gonna use your pack. Is that all right? Okay.
Second one from the right. They're both bedded. They're both facing right, but he's the second one from the right.
What's the yardage?
545.
All right, let me see what we can do here.
There he is if you can get him.
There's safety off.
It hit 6 inches to the right. You just hit back a little far.
There's got to be something with the wind if you're saying I've shot to the right. How far right?
6 inches. You just hit him back a little bit far, kind of that back rib area.
All right, just tell me what he's doing.
He's coming towards us.
Okay, he's the one walking through the rock?
Yeah, he's come through the rocks. He's got a big rock to the left of him.
I got you.
Is that 504?
How far?
504?
I'm gonna go ahead and, worst case scenario, he'll turn when I fire this shot.
504.
All right, I'm gonna send it.
Got him.
Got
him. Dropped him.
He's down, right?
I think you hit him in the head. Down, he's going nowhere. Just off his left horn, you can see it. He's bleeding out down there. Looked like you spined him at first.
Well, I was aiming like right between the horns, trying to hit him right between the shoulders. I must have hit a little low. Holy cow. 500 yards on the second shot. How far? 544 on the first one?
On the first shot, yeah. Well, he's still in one piece, so we'll see what it looks like when we get there.
Mountain goat, British Columbia. Gunda River Outfitters. Super guide.
I don't know if I call it super guide.
We're headed down to get this goat, and like I've done many times before on these hunts, we have killed something in a place that we might not should have killed it. We made it down here. She made it here a lot quicker than I did. Oh, it actually looks like a pretty big billy.
Heck yeah, he's a nice billy.
Well, that finishes it up, day 2.
Yeah, day 2.
And we're gonna kill a moose. We got a moose to kill still. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
Super guide. She busted her tail and got 2 fat, slow people into shooting position. We shot him from way up there. It's up there. 544 yards on the first shot. Shot him with the new Savage Impulse with the Proof Research barrel. And then the second shot, he was hit, and I just wanted to get him down. And he was facing us, and he just wasn't going to turn, I don't think. He was just standing here. And so I was looking right between his horns, trying to just hit him right in the spine. And at 500 yards, shot a few inches low and cracked him right in the head. Not ideal, but it did the job, and you want to get him killed quick. That I don't think, he didn't feel nothing. That was game over. Great hunt so far here with Gunda River Outfitters in British Columbia, Canada. We got a lot of hunting to do still, and I'm excited about it. And there's a lot of moose around. We have seen them, so maybe we can find one of those bulls we've seen already and get a nice one. But there you go. Big Billy on the ground.
What an amazing week here at Gunda River Outfitters in British Columbia, Canada. I was very fortunate to be able to harvest a mature mountain goat. After spotting a few earlier in the hunt, we finally got on the group we were looking for. Hunts like this are very physically demanding, but the rewards, well, there's nothing like it. It's been an amazing adventure here in British Columbia, but it's not over yet. We still got a moose tag to fill, and I'm already counting down the days until we get back here to British Columbia. If you're looking to book a great hunt in British Columbia, I would highly suggest calling Gundahu River Outfitters. They'll take good care of you.